So let's talk about back bends, because I love a back bend. But I have a cue that I like. A lot of times I'll start with what not to do. You're not supposed to do that when you learn yoga. When you teach yoga, they say don't talk about what not to do. But I think it helps, for my brain anyway, to say don't do this. See that? See that? My head is hugged, I'm not in perfect posture. And all the work is coming from here when it needs to be coming from the pelvis. So I want to isolate your hips in a back bend, as well as the back. But so I want you to start in mountain pose and keep your hips over your ankles and lift into that perfect posture, and that lift comes right below the belly button, which is the pelvis. When you lift in and you gauge, there's a little tilt that happens. It just does. It's very subtle. You have to let it happen. If you're like this, your spine's doing this, it's not going to happen. You need to let it do. And actually the shape is a letter J. Okay? See? It's the letter J. So breathe. A lot of people do this though, and you don't want to. You just want to let your shoulders relax. Back and down. Breathe. It actually will happen. You fully extend and you lift. You engage your quads and release the hamstrings, and you get even a little bit of a better alignment. Yeah, so breathe in, breathe out, reach, lift. So the back bend is I literally want you to bend your back and look behind you. I want you to be able to see behind you. So the bend comes from here. We're in our perfect posture stance. Now I'm going to lift and bend. I'm going to keep my head in line with my spine. This is hard to do. It's hard. You have to trust that you're not going to fall backwards. You have to reach and engage an area that we don't a lot. You have to have faith in your own movement. Let's do an opposite. Flat back, forward. We did this. Breathe with a hinge in my last video. Always kind of looking above the horizon. That just makes your head stay in line with your spine. You can't round your back. Not that there's anything wrong with rounding your back, because there isn't. But what I want is this stance. I want mobility in this stance, and strength and resiliency. Breathe out. Because I always want you to be able to pop out of this stance, because it's sport yoga. Breathe, reach. Now you're going even a little deeper, right? So you feel looser. I just loosened up. So it's lift from the rib cage. Breathe, we go. I can hear in my voice though how tense I am. I'm gonna work at it. So settle in, breathe out. Let your arms just be comfortable. It's loose, okay? It's a bend, it's a loose, it's a go, it's breathe. Actually, I don't recommend that you look at me. I recommend you listen to my cues. Breathe out, lift, right? Lift from the belly button, but you're reaching out and bending back and seeing behind you. I do have a wall training of this that I'll do too. I'll do a demo. Okay. Let's just do, alright, so we did that. Doesn't really have much, it's not the same movement, but it is. Let's do hip chick. I want you to see, so my feet are hip width apart. This is how I'm standing. I'm going to show you. I'm in perfect posture, okay? Breathe in and out. Wiggle in. And bend one knee, straighten the other, flat back forward. See flat back? It's a hinge. This is a hinge. One knee's bent and you can't see it. Breathe out, look ahead, relax. It comes, length comes from that belly button. I have to do the other side just because I have to be even, and then I'll do a turn. Let's breathe out, hinge. That feels really good in this leg, in the straight leg. So one leg is straight. I think I'm behind enough you could see the weight. You should be able to see the weight. All right, so this knee's bent. My shoulders face down. My butt moves back. All right, this is the hinge. I can have a subtle knee bend in this standing leg. And come upright, return, perfect posture, lift, breathe, reach up. And then come to the other side, breathe out, flat back forward. Look ahead, okay? Breathe, hope you can see. Come up, let's add modification. So this feels really good. You want a little deeper stretch, a deeper hip stretch. You reach elbow to the knee, so it's my right knee, my right elbow, and stack your shoulders, rotate at the hips. Breathe, head is in line with your spine, right? I'm hooking my neck, because I like to hook my neck. Right, breathe in, breathe out, come up. Reach, overhead. Bend, rotate, elbow to the knee, all at the same time. Make it one motion. And breathe, still hinge. Stack the hips, stack the shoulders. There's a line coming down here, all the way straight through the ground. I don't know if I'm lined up, but that's what it should feel like. Breathe in, breathe out. We now make it all at one motion. I like to bind in this. I like to bind, breathe, reach, rotate. But I guess I don't like to bind because I'm tight, so bring my head. So I normally like to bind in this, but I'm tight. Today I feel it too. I don't know why. Maybe I've been swimming a lot this summer. I've been really swimming a lot, and I've been trying to really push the endurance component for whatever reason. To help with my hiking next year. I love skinning, but the hike sometimes kicks my butt. So I just stepped forward. I don't normally do that. That's just how I'm going to end it. I'll be back.